My own opinion.
Yeah, sure.
I don't, and when we keep giving credit, everybody forgets INEC in all of this. Conduct of election is the business of INEC, not even the president. That is why it is Independent National Electoral Commission.
Okay, we'll come to that.
It's supposed to be the body coordinating everything about elections.
But who appoints the chairman of INEC?
Excuse me. Somebody will nominate. There is a confirming authority. And if that confirming authority says no, so be it no. It is somebody who nominates.
The problem
and
is,
the confirming authority. So it's not just about one person.
The question.
And if we now go to that argument of who appoints the INEC chairman, then you don't expect the INEC chairman to be independent.
This is the
same. It should as well work for the presidency as if it's part of the presidency.
We can't take
and then the State Electoral Commission should do the same.
We can't take this in isolation. I mean,
yes.
when some of these things are brought to the open or to the fore, they usually are taken from a perspective of what has been. A lot of people will say that it would seem that INEC is beginning to, assert its independence, and a lot of people think that the president should get credit for that because he hasn't interfered in any way, unlike what he used to obtain in the past, what a lot of people said obtained in the past. So don't you think that, we should give credit to whom credit is due?
If a politician tells you he has not interfered in any way, I'm not easily taken in by that. I am not taken in. That you interfere and INEC decides to assert its independence, it's a different cup of tea. That you attempt to interfere and the other party resists you is a different cup of tea. It does not mean you have not attempted interference. There is no way that the president, there is no way the governor of a state will tell me he does not interfere in the electoral process. I mean, we are not personally taken in by that. Like I said, like I will say, when we talk about podium talk, political talk, we know what is political talk for the public to hear. But reality is a different thing. But my attitude is, success or otherwise of any election, if this election has failed, it will have been Jega, like it was Moriziwu then. It was then Moriziwu, Buruwuru, they called him all manner of names. Nobody was mentioning Obasanjo, who was then president. Now that the elections are set to be succeeding, he's now giving credit to the president. Hell no. Give credit to INEC. Because if he's failed, when an APC or some parties complain about the imperfections in Anambra, it was INEC. Everybody blamed. Nobody blamed the presidency.
Yeah, but when the president, promises to deliver free, credible, fair elections, it's part of his electoral promise. Nobody is taking him on then to say, Mr. President, that is not your business.
If we go to the Ways report, Electoral Reform Committee, then we will know we're on the way to having credible elections.
In 2015.
It can't be a rule of the thumb. You decide what you want to do now, what you don't want to do tomorrow. And you're telling me you promised me electoral reform, electoral free elections. If it's not in your hands, it's not in your hands.
Just quickly.
If your opponents don't let you have it,
just before you move
it's not about you promising.
How would you rate the handling? I want you to give your perspective as just a Nigerian. How would you rate the handling of APC, or how APC has handled its victory? Would you also say that they have been magnanimous in victory?
I would request to be excused from discussing APC. I don't want, when I discuss APC, objectivity might be difficult.
But you discussed PDP.
I never discussed PDP.
No, but you discussed the comments of the president.
Of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not of PDP. Please.
So are you saying...
I have not mentioned PDP here.
Okay, now...
And I don't intend to. Until now that you are forcing me to mention PDP.
I'm not forcing you. I'm only asking you. I can't force you. I can't force you.
2015 will play out.
Play out. Well,
based on what you've seen so far.
For me, I think if I want to commend to the president, rather than this knee-jerk thing about I promise to deliver on credible elections and all that, which for me is just talk. What we need as a people is for the presidency itself to embark on massive civic education of Nigerians. Start educating our people not to sell their birthrights for morsels of Eba and Amala. we should start educating the people to resist election riggers, not impose any kind of force on them to force compliance or what have you. Start educating our people on the beauty and why we should prefer military rule and democratically elected governments to impositions and election riggers. That, if we have been doing that, by now, I mean, I personally feel insulted when they say Nigerians, what determines elections is stomach infrastructure and such nonsense. I personally feel insulted because you insult Nigerians. That we are such a hungry and uninformed and unprincipled people that you can just, I mean, we're hearing about rices and all that. Hey, those should not be election issues. What were the campaign issues that played out, whether in Ekiti, whether in Osun, whether in Edo, whether in Lagos? What are the issues that are going to play out? So these are areas I believe if we want to help the people, I can tell you for me, even as a politician, there are things I wouldn't do. And I have no apologies.
Okay.
That I will not do. I mean, I will not. I will tell those who, if you want, if you say you are thugs, you want to work for me, ask me. Would I allow my son to join you? Okay, what my children will not do, why should I encourage you to do it?
But you know that governors in most part of the state, the country, as a matter of fact, have this joint security patrol that includes the military.
Yes, of Mesa in Lagos.
So,
yes.
And I understand lawyers say, look, that is not supposed to be the case. It's against our laws.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
What did you say? If it's against the laws, I can't support it. Though I've not really taken a look at the laws to say where it says it's against the laws. But
well, you just said the military...
No, I said if indeed it is against the law, I will not support it. But combating violent crime on the streets, combating robbery, kidnapping, and what have you, and securing the streets, it's a totally different thing from electoral process. Honestly, on election day, my opinion, my view, is that elections in Nigeria, we should try to develop elections in Nigeria to how it is in every part of the world. When on election day is just a normal day and people are living their normal lives.
All right.
I personally do not subscribe. I mean, look, we don't know what these things will do to the psyche of our children.
Okay,
we'll have to go all over the place.
All right, we'll have to go. We're at a time. Thank you very much indeed for coming on this morning.
It's my pleasure being here.
Mr. Babatunde Agala is a member of the APC. He's a legal practitioner. He was a former chairman House Committee on Judiciary in the Lagos State House of Assembly. Thank you for coming on again today.
My pleasure.